again today for another Project Life Monday video. So this week I have got week 37 for you, and I'm mainly going to be using a Calico documentary kit called Lost River from September 2016, as well as a bunch of Elliott Edwards products and Felicity Jane and Hip Kit clubs, and also this week I'm going to be using Kelly Perky's products as well. And so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my title card, title card, and I am going to do something slightly different this week. I'm going to create my own card, and the way I'm doing that is I'm just going to repetitively stamp this stamp here which says "This Matters," and it's actually from the Elliott Edwards Me Story stamp set, and I'm using the ink pads from Elliott Edwards as well, and I'm using 4 colors. I think the whole set has 5, and I'm using essentially most of them. So I'm using the orange, which I think is Tillamook, the darker green, which is called Olympia, the lighter green / cream is called St. Helens, and I think the red one is called Pendleton. So I'm just using all those colors, and I start with the darker color first, so the red and then orange and then darker green and then lighter green, just kind of to create a gradient there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to pick out a coloured cardstock, which is from the Felicity Jane Felicity kit. And I decided to go with this yellowish one, mainly because I think it goes really well with the orange ink, which I've used. I think it's called Tillamook. And yeah. And I have to apologise, I think the camera is going kind of fussy at times, blurry at times, and I have to apologise for that. I'm not really sure what's going on. I may have to get a new camera or something, but let's see how it goes. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the numbers. So these number stickers are from the Calico documentary kit. It's not from the Lost River one, but it's actually from an old one, but any number stickers would be fine there too. And now I'm just adding the dates, and I am adding those dates using my roller stamp with the VersaFine black ink, and I also added a heart there, which is from I think it's from the Tough Story kit, from Elliott's Tough Story kit. And I think the green works, it's actually quite a similar green to the Olympia Crafter's ink there as well, which I've used to stamp the image on the image there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm working on this photo here. I decided to just keep it quite simple by adding a couple word phrase stickers, which are from the Felicity Jane Felicity kit. And you get these kind of stickers on a kind of a big sheet of printed, a big sheet of adhesive back paper, and then you just cut it up, and I essentially just cut them all up at the same time, just using my trimmer, and I just kept it in the back in the same spot, so it's quite easy to reuse, easy to access. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to use this pattern paper, which is from the Hip Kit Club's August 2016 scrapbook kit. And the pattern paper itself, I think it's actually from Amy Tangerine's The Oh Happy Life line. And I'm just kind of cutting that into 2 strips. And then I'm going to add that on the top and at the bottom of a plain 3x4 journaling card there, which is from the Becky Higgins. And now I am going to add these strips. I decided to use the glossy accents mainly because if I were to use a rolling adhesive, it would add too much glue, and then it would go on the side. It's just not thin enough, I guess. And that is it for that card. Well, actually, I'm going to add a stamp. I'm going to stamp directly on it using a stamp which is from the Me story stamp set from Alibits once again, and I'm using the red ink, which is from Alibits, so it's called Pendleton, which is the same as the one I've used earlier to create that title card there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add some journaling. So what did I talk about? So that I used that card to describe the photo on the left of that card, and I essentially talked about we went out for dinner to a Korean restaurant in the city, and it was great. We ordered these two things. It was a soup and also a spicy pork dish, which and they're both very good. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add these stickers here, which are from the Felicity kit once again. And so actually I decided to add only one strip, and I decided to use a sticker here which is from the Calico kit, and to add the word the number 2 on it. And now I'm just gonna put all these things into the different pockets. And the next thing I'm going to do is I want to create another 3x4 journaling card. And I want to try something slightly different. So I'm just going through these, the pen paper from the Hip Kit Club. I decided to go with this one, which is from, I think it's from Illustrated Faith. And I really like how the lines are kind of hand-drawn and there's kind of like ink splatters on it. And yeah, and so I decided to use those lines as lines that I'm gonna, journal on. And then I'm also gonna add this die cut piece, which is from the Hip Kit Club's scrapbook kit as well. And it's actually from a die cut pack, which is from Amy Tangerine's Oh Happy Life line. And now I'm just adding some journaling. I'm just following the line there, and I decided to capitalize all the letters, just mainly because mainly because I'm not going to have any kind of room above and on the bottom of it. And so I just want to make sure that all the letters are self-contained within the, between the lines there. And now I'm also going to add a puffy sticker here, which is from the Hip Kit Club's August scrapbook kit as well. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a couple more of those word phrase stickers, which are from the Felicity kit. And another one, I'm adding 3 stars. I'm just kind of trimming up the stars there. And yeah. And that is it for that photo. And now moving on to another photo. And I decided to just kind of stamp something on it. I'm using this stamp set, which is from the Stuff Story Stamp. And I'm stamping a phrase, stuff of my life. And this is a photo of my iPad. So I bought a new iPad that week, and so I decided to just I took a photo of it, and now I am just gonna add some journaling. So the ink I've used was actually the Stays On black ink. And now I'm just going to add some journaling using my my Sharpie black pen. My favorite black pen to write on photos. And what did I say? I said that I got this new iPad. It's been a long time coming. My last one was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I felt like I didn't need one. And then I realized how, I was using, well, actually someone told me how you don't really notice how slow your iPad is until you actually try a new one. So, and I was been having some difficulties downloading stuff, and there was not enough space, and I couldn't upgrade the OS and all these things, so I decided to just buy a new one. Moving on to the right side of the spread, I'm gonna add some word phrase stickers here once again. Actually one, which is from the Stuff Story kit. I also added the chipboard piece, which is also from the Stuff Story kit as well. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to stamp directly onto this photo here. And we went to a new brunch place, which is called El Atino. I think it's El Atino and Co. And so I thought it's such a cool name. With such a cool name, I thought I would just stamp directly onto the photo using this stamp set, which is from Calico, and it's called Shortage, I believe. And to be honest, I don't have that many alphabet stamp sets, but among the ones that I do have, this one is only my favorite, especially to stamp directly onto photos in your Project Live spread. And I'm just using the Stays On black ink and just stamp directly onto the photo. Not too fast. I decided to just kind of intentionally making sure that it's not kind of all lined up very well. And yeah. So, and the next thing I'm going to do is using the red Stays On ink, and it's called, I think, Blazing Red. And to be honest, it doesn't show up that well because of the photo itself. It looks a bit orange behind that word L there. But you know what? I am happy with it. I really like stamping directly onto photos. So, and yeah. And the next thing I'm going to do is I want to create another journaling card. I decided to cut up a strip of pen paper, which is from the Felicity kit. And I have to say that this is one of my favorite pen paper from, well, actually for a long time. But that's why I've been kind of hoarding, not using it. So I decided to just you know, pull the pin, and then just use it. And yeah, so I just cut it up, and I also added a piece of chipboard there, which is from the LU with Stuff Story kit. And I added those sequins there, which are from the Felicity Jane kit as well. And I have to apologize, the camera is going a bit blurry there again. But what I'm doing here is I'm just adding some journaling. So I talked about the photo just directly on the top of this card here. So I said on Sunday we tried out a new place. It's a kind of a brunch place. It's a kind of Mexican theme, which I thought was really cool. I've never had Mexican for breakfast before, and you know, both of the dishes were just delicious. So we were very, very happy there. And I was just, you know, working on this card here, and I won't actually use this card, but I probably would end up using it in, you know, another week or something. But what I'm doing here is I'm just going to add this kind of ribbon at the bottom, which is the ribbon itself is actually from the Felicity Jane kit, and the 3x4 journaling card is actually from the Calico Documenter kit. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this one quite simple. I'm just going to add some journaling around the plate there. And instead of just adding one row, I decided to just keep going, kind of create a spiral effect there. And what did I talk about? I talked about the cafe that we went to. It's kind of a Japanese cafe, and they sell matcha, like green tea. And so I had a soy matcha, and Andrew had a skinny matcha, and it was really nice. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a piece of chipboard here, which is from the Stuff Story kit once again, directly onto this photo, and also a puffy sticker, which is from the Hip Kit Clubs that I've used previously on the left side of the spread. And what am I doing next? The next thing I am going to do is I decided to use the business card which I got from the restaurant, so the Mexican brunch place that we went to, and I pull out this acetate piece or plastic piece which is from the Felicity kit, and now I'm also trimming out a piece of pen paper which is from the Hip Kit Club, and so I cut that into 3x4, and then I am gonna add some stitching around it. So now I'm just kind of stitch around the pocket there just to create, well, actually stitch around the vellum piece and the pattern paper just to create a pocket there. And to be honest, if you don't want to use your sewing machine, you can use your staplers or those kind of thing as well. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add some journaling. So I decided to bring out another card which is from the Star Story kit once again. I really like how the dark reddish orangish colour really complements the stickers just on the photo on the top of it. And that is it, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me again today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and here's some close up. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. If you're on YouTube, to let you know when my next video comes out, please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.